What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back at it again, coming at you with another Summoners War video. In today's video, you guys get to sit back, relax, and get a little story time with Papa Plays as I tell you why I happened to choke last night by going from G1 to C2 in a matter of 30 minutes. Yeah, are you ready? Here we go. I figured I'd go ahead and make this video because I know that you know, tonight when I stream, I'm not gonna be streaming Summoners War tonight. We're gonna have a lot of people come in asking questions and wondering how did I do, and so I just wanted to make a video out there so I can get it out there. Since some of you guys saw a few things that happened last night in a couple of different streams, so I wanted to make sure that everybody's on the same page. For anybody that was curious about the situation, I'll go ahead and explain it. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. So as you guys know, or if you don't know, a few days ago, I happened to make a video out there featuring a couple of RTA matches that I did. One of which that, you know, basically got me to the G1 rank in RTA. And for those that don't know, the Guardian 1 rank for me has eluded me for basically like 14 or 15 seasons, like since season 2 of RTA. I was able to do, you know, pretty good back in the day, but of course, I started to get worse as people start to get better. And I just haven't been able to climb up, you know, since that time. Now, fast forward to last night, which was 24, you know, less than 24 hours prior to finishing. Basically, I had at the time of the video, I had 1406, which of course was very, very, like, it was borderline, but it was not like at the time of the matches that I did, it was definitely not going to be close. So I knew that I had to do a couple matches, which I did. Got up to 1424, and I was like, okay, I wonder if this is going to be a safe bet. I felt like it was going to be safe, but I found out soon enough that it was literally like 1 point away from it was like it was basically the C3 G1 border here. So regardless of how much I wanted to like not do any matches after 2 to 3 days ago, you know, making out that video, I knew that I had to go do a couple of matches. So I was like, okay, well, let's just, you know, do some off stream. I won't have the pressure of everybody watching me. I'm just going to do it, and we'll see what happens as I'm sitting here just watching a couple of other Twitch streamers or listening to a couple of other Twitch streamers outside. Well, go figure, of all the people that I could have pulled, as far as that one match that I wanted to do, that one win that I needed, I ended up pulling one of the top 5, you know, RTA players, right, on the global server at the time, Topa V. And for those that don't know, before we get into that specific match, right, because I'm pretty sure you can already tell the outcome of it, I want to give a little backstory on my relationship with my man Topa V. So again, Topa V and I go back, and when I say go back, we go way back. I literally remember the email that he sent when he was 13 years old asking to be a part of the Epic Fail community. One of the best players that I've seen, right, coming up in this game, and he's just super supportive. Been such a loyal member of our Epic Fail community when he was in the Epic Fail group. And then, of course, as he started to get more and more competitive, he moved on to bigger and better things with more like-minded people when it comes to RTA. And so, you know, basically, even though, you know, that whole transfer, you know, happened and whatnot, we've had the best of best like relationship throughout that time here. We still talk on a regular basis. We still host each other's streams. Like, again, we have a really good relationship. There's no beef, there's no drama. I want to put that out there as I tell this next part here. So knowing our history and our relationship that we had, you know, I think a lot of people were kind of surprised at the fact that things went the way they did. So once we got into that match, you know, people, you know, started putting out about, you know, hey, Childish is, you know, trying to hold on to G1, like, hey, you know, Topa V, like, let him have one, you know, it's all good, you know, give him one win, it's all right. And he actually held back. And I think that shocked a lot of people out there. So before you guys get ready to critique or say anything about Topa V, okay, I'm here to tell you that what he did was exactly what he needed to do. And I'm super grateful that he did what he did. And let me go ahead and explain why. Because at the end of the day, guys, this when it comes down to this game and being able to hit a specific rank, there's nothing more rewarding for me than to be able to hit a specific rank and basically say, you know, it's because of everything that I did, I was able to get there. You know, I earned that rank. I worked hard for that rank. And so I'm very, very proud of that rank. I got a lot of pride for that rank, right? And so, I mean, if I were to, you know, literally work my butt off this whole special league season to get this G1 RTA rank and then have it basically handed to me on a silver platter because a high-end player, you know, decided just to throw one away and not give me the win, then I just, you know, it wouldn't be the same. Like I wouldn't have been happy about it. I would just had a salty taste in my mouth, and I just would have been, you know, I just would have been down. Now at the time that I, you know, this is me, you know, thinking of hindsight right now. At the time that we had that specific match, you guys already know. Like I'm sitting there, okay, Topa V, drop it, please drop it right now. I'm trying to get this win, drop it. You know, I'm just like, no, don't do it, but please do it, but don't do it. I respect you either way. You know, I was just, oh man, I was hot. Okay, I was hot because I'm just like, man, this is the first time I'm gonna get the little red star, right? It was an interesting time. It was a very emotional time. It was crazy. But either way, as you guys might have predicted, we did the matches. I probably went through about 10 to 11 turns or more so with him. And after I realized that there was literally just no way I can out RNG him, I just went ahead and gave him the win and just said GG and moved on. Well, unfortunately, hold on, everybody get their little napkins. Time to have a sad, sobby story. Unfortunately, like that was not the end of it. I ran into 4 G3 players afterward, which, you know, now that I think about it, I lost all of them, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. All G3 players that I lost to, I only lost 3 points, but again, as you could expect, being around 424 and then losing 14 to 15 points, I'm already down. I basically need like, you know, 2 to 3, basically like 3 wins if I want to somewhat be safe. So naturally, I was super down. I was feeling I was just a hot mess. And now that I think about it now, you know, 24 hours later, I'm just like, why? You know, why am I? Because I even hanged out. I was watching a couple of streams here, and one of the streams that I was watching was SW Boo Boo. Shouts out to SW Boo Boo one time, and I'm like, dude, like this is what happened. Like I'm done. I'm gonna stop right now. I'm just gonna chill. Like I don't care. I don't stop anymore. And he reminded me, he's like, hey man, like, you know, don't let this moment take anything away from your accomplishments. You need to. Don't give up. You get up in there, you do your matches, and whatever you get, you know, is whatever you get. And I respect him for saying that because he was right as well. Regardless of the outcome and the unfortunate things, you know, that at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's going to happen. And you just got to make the best of it. And it just made me realize that no matter what the rank is, no matter what happens within the last, you know, a couple of matches here, it's never going to take away my accomplishments and making the necessary changes, the improvements, and, you know, basically taking the time to like learn the game, play the game a little bit more, get a better understanding of the game, and I say the game RTA basically, so that I can, you know, do better in the upcoming seasons, right? I wanted to put it out there because again, I know that a lot of people maybe in the same scenario as me, where they, you know, they had a couple of matches where, you know, things didn't go to way, and it just kind of trickled down, and, you know, things started to just domino effect into some poor mistakes and poor choices when it comes to the gameplay, which inevitably led to a C2 rank for me to finish here. So yeah, that's kind of my story right there. I don't really know where I wanted to go with it, but I guess the moral of the story is that regardless of the outcome of the match, I couldn't be happier at the fact of the outcome, because even after losing the few matches to the G3 players and then running into people that were just better players than me, every single the matches I did, and I did 21 wings after all those G3 players just by, and for it's my first time that I can honestly say in those 21 matches, I knew exactly the outcome that was going to happen prior to finishing it. Meaning I understood the game a little bit better, to the point where I was able to basically look at my draft versus the opponent's draft and say, you know what, he outdrafted me, he got to win, or I outdrafted him, I should win, unless he just gets better RNG than me, and vice versa. So it was cool to realize that, because prior to, you know, 6 months ago, 12 months ago, I would look at a draft, I'm like, I might be able to win with some good RNG. Whereas now I can say, okay, I understand the way I played, how I committed, or how I pivoted, you know, versus, you know, whatever he decided to do. Like I have so many things that counter him. He cannot ban everything. Like I feel really confident about this. I mean, he would have to get super crazy lucky to best me on this one, or vice versa. I would have to get super crazy lucky to best him, because that's just a better player, and he outdrafted me in that process. So again, I learned so much in this whole journey when it comes to climbing that up. So I don't want to take anything away from that. I'm really excited to be where I'm at right now. I'm excited for the next season. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. If you guys want to stop on by, what we're going to be playing tonight, we're going to be playing Guardian Tales. You guys might remember, literally, it was a sponsorship video that I did about a month back. No, not even a month back, like a couple of weeks ago. And ever since I made that initial video, I basically like thrown away future, you know, sponsor content for them, because I didn't want to wait anymore. You know, the game was that good. I've had a blast playing it. So that's what I'm going to be playing tonight. If you guys want to stop on by, hang out with me, that would be great. If not, no big deal. I will see you guys on Tuesday, as we'll be doing, I believe, some subscriber summons. as well as my TOA summons. But again, guys, that's going to be it for this video. My apologies that I didn't have any like super crazy, awesome gameplay or new units to showcase here. But knowing what went down last night, I just knew that a lot of people were going to ask questions. So I'm like, okay, let me just make a video. That could be a good way to share the story and hopefully a lot of you guys to see it so that, you know, we don't have like 50,000 people asking, well, what happened? What happened? So, but yeah, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you guys want to see more content down the road, all you got to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys all in the next one. Take care.